America, yeah, Chef John. Hi. I'm confused. Maybe we start up and take two. Hi, America, Chef John the Ghetto Gourmet. What's going on? Our pulled pork is done, and I'm hungry. I want to have a sandwich. I did 2 miles today, and I feel okay, and my legs feel okay, and maybe the Lord is touching me. Maybe 2.5 years of running from not being able to walk and exercising and sit-ups and hitting the bag and walking and self-massage and lots and lots of meds and lots of meds and lots of meds. So there's our pulled pork, and I'm gonna mayo this. Maybe it's yeah. My extraordinary amount of faith says that God keeps talking to me, and look, when I finish my book, guys, you're gonna be like, man, wow, either this guy can really tell some tall tales or this stuff really happened. And then when you read this stuff about my fallings and like what I went through and the things, look, I made sure I did it right that time. Then you'd be like, man, there's no way anybody would tell that about themselves unless it was true. But anyways, I'm still not, well, I'm writing at like 4 different points in the book. One, I'm in Minnesota. Actually, I'm in 2 places in Minnesota right now. I'm also sitting on a park bench looking at the sand at 9 years old. And then I'm also in 2001 here in Oregon. So I'm kind of all over the place. It's February 14th, 2001 here in Oregon. So, and I would like to finish the book this year, but the neighbor said, oh, a good book takes 3 to 4 years to write. And wow, I started this book. Actually, I started this book on the day of 2011. Yeah. It was after I was hurt for like 2 months. And I started the book the day the night of President Obama's State of the Union address, when he said we're looking forward to better days, and he bust out with that Tupac stuff up on the. Oh, that was so awesome. I'm sure probably maybe like 3 or 4 people in the congressional room, maybe a few more, knew what the heck he said, right? But all us G's out here knew exactly what he said. He said better days. So I started writing that night at 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 8 o'clock at night, and 10 o'clock the next morning, I like finally went to sleep because I get in this zone when I'm writing. It's like, woo! And I finally went to sleep, and I woke up at 2 and started again until 8. Writing happens like that, and I'm not a fast writer, so that tastes really good. You can put a little cheddar on there. Oh, there's the heat. The lime juice. Nice. I just want to melt this cheese. So only take a quick second, and then better have a plate. And that was the last of my cheddar cheese. Used the rest of it on my slider last night. It's okay. I bought it in the beginning of the month, so what's today, the 20th? So it lasted 3 weeks. All right. There's my Now this flavor is Southwestern, right? So I could, I'm going to. Yes, I am going to. I'm going to reach in here, get some picante. And I'm going to use a fork, because I don't want too much sauce. What I want is the chunks. Alright, just like that. Now I could expand on this and put a little sour cream on there. If I was in a restaurant, I definitely would put a little sour cream on there and squeeze a little lime juice on top of it, just to give that extra bam. But I don't need that extra bam. I need to eat, because yeah. All I gotta say is, if you become a runner, and you exercise as much as I have over the last 2.5 years, your metabolism just is like cranking all the time. And so because of that, I get hungry, and I don't eat breakfast really. I have like a banana or a piece of bread. Well, anyways. Oh, how much this cost me? Maybe 75 cents, $1. Chef John the Ghetto Gourmet. I want you to eat better in your home. I want you to live better in your home. I want you to build a better community. Look at my stuff. Recently, I put a list of things that go with each. I've been doing a default for. I gotta be careful. Oh, I almost knocked you guys down. It's been a long fall. It's been a show over. I'll tell you. Oh, the apple concept. Look at the apple concept, because it's important to mothers. It's important to people who really want to be healthy. I'm trying to start a revolution of thought about our food. Okay. This revolution of thought is that you're going to realize the reason why we're sick, the reason why we're obese, the reason all these diseases, the modern diseases of the 20th century that are lingering into the 21st century, we need to knock them out. We need to knock them out in the next 5-10 years. The way that we do that is we go back to the food that our grandmothers cooked, and we go back to whole foods, and we go back to not all this crap, all right? So if you read Michael Pollan's book In Defense of Food, in the very first chapter, he talks about this man who was a dentist. And he started, and this is in the 30s, right? So there's lots and lots of tribal, non-modernized communities who are still living agrarian, still living hunting, gathering type. You know what I mean? They haven't had major influx. Their flour is still gray because the fats haven't been taken out. And he goes and he finds, and first he checks their teeth, right? And even though he said these Norwegian men had this green slime on their teeth almost, but he found no cavities. I mean, just such a small amount of cavities. And then he went to check out their all the modern diseases of heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, all these things were not present in these native populations. Well, that tells me something. I should tell you something. I should tell you something very, very important. Because the major killers today, besides cars and idiots, is the big idiots who's been selling us this. And really the FDA, the government, the businesses out there, 5% of us being sick, obese, poisoned. Hey, man, it makes somebody else money, makes the medical field lots of money, you know, and we're acceptable losses, okay? 5% of the population dead is an acceptable loss to the overall. I don't see that. And really, if we want to really talk about it, we're talking 30% of the population sick, our children not getting the proper nutrients because they're not being fed the proper food, because corporations have taken over and putting out crap. You know it. It's time for the food revolution to take over. I say that because somebody got to tell the truth. All right? Somebody's got to tell the truth. I'm just a regular chef. And, you know, each and every one of you out there knows something about cooking that I don't know. Okay? I walk into a group of students at Lane Community College to help out, and they all want to start calling me chef. I said, you can call me chef, but you can just call me John, because each and every one of you students can teach me something. I got 25 years experience. I got 2 culinary colleges. I've got a library that I have read most of these books about culinary arts, all right? All right? And still, a little kid can teach me something, all right? They can teach me how they want to be happy and how they want to eat. So I say this all, I mean, it's all on pulled pork, and it's, you know, but because I really want you to hear what I'm saying. I want this revolution to start hitting our kitchens. Ask me questions. Hopefully we can get a real format going, huh? Mainstream this, right? I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just trying to make things right. You know, blessings come to those who bless others. And that's whether you just a good person or whether you actually have faith. All right, peace out.